And of course, we have Chris Liao.
Lead UX designer on Immortal.
And Ryan Quinn.
Hi, I'm senior narrative designer on Immortal.
So we are actually starting off today's show with some Diablo Immortal conversations.
Oh, no. Look at the Immortal hate in chat. Oh, it's so bad, dude.
But is not wearing
It's so bad. It's so bad.
It doesn't take a genius to see the size of my head.
Boy.
Something pretty incredible is happening in Diablo Immortal, which is in nearly a decade, we're having our first new Diablo character class is being revealed.
And now people are going to say, why isn't that class in
video
D4? That's what they're going to say today.
Cinematics. So without further ado, may we present to you the new Diablo character class coming to Diablo Immortal very, very soon.
The darkness has always been with us. And humanity is right to fear it. The darkness wants to consume you and all you love. But my kind claim its power and wield it in defiance. Humanity is right to fear the darkness. I am a blood knight, and the darkness fears me.
This would be so cool if it was in Diablo 4. It does actually look pretty badass, but... Blood Knight. Well, I guess we guessed Blood Knight, right? But just for the wrong game, you know?
So forth.
See, people in chat already saying, why isn't this in Diablo 4 instead? I knew it. I fucking knew it, dude.
DiabloImmortal.com immediately after the stream.
I knew it. Rod, tell us how many hours people have played. I'm dying to know.
It has been a month, a little bit more than a month since Diablo 4 has actually
How did you guys get a season done in 4 weeks? That's incredible.
We started it well before the game launched.
That's smart.
We actually released it.
We're extremely good at our job. Wait, so you started before the game launched?
I don't want to get in the weeds to everybody, but like we did start before the game launched.
Dude, Rod takes away like 11 minutes out of every one of these, bro.
Yeah,
oh my god! Like my eyes are twitching right now listening to him, dude.
Season 1 is coming, and we actually have a really cool trailer to show off before we jump into it. So hit it, Rich and Matt.
I am writing to you because although a great evil is receding from Sanctuary, a new festering curse now spreads its corruption across the land. More dangerous, more malignant than I could have imagined. I have found a way to stop this plague, to rip the dark power of these monsters from their very core and turn it to our advantage in destroying them. But I cannot do this alone. My allies have fallen. My strength is dwindling. The Malignant are relentless and without mercy. I need help. I need you.
Season of the Malignant. Okay. 7:20. That was close. What is that, Thursday?
And there we have it. The first season of Diablo 4 coming out on July 20th.
So season 1, the season of the Malignant. So our very, very first season in the game is going to basically take place after the events of Diablo 4. So after the redacted and the redacted have happened and the player has finished redacting the redacted, once all that's out of the way, that's when things are really going to kick off in the world of Sanctuary, kind of step off from that point. And there is a new threat that's basically emerged in Sanctuary. There's this malignance, there's this corruption that's begun to spread throughout like the hearts of the creatures throughout the world, and that's everything from like beasts to humans to demons themselves. Everything in between can be corrupted by this malignance.
On top of the theme, there's usually the seasonal mechanics. So what's the mechanics that we're looking at?
We're trying to add more stuff to seasons that appeal to everything that a player does in Diablo 4. So we are adding story, the elements of what you're going to find out about what is actually happening to Sanctuary, but then we want things that are new challenges for the player, things that you can fight that maybe you haven't fought before, as well as new powers, things that you can build your character in a different way, a different direction than maybe you did in any previous season, or in this case, in the preseason when you had just the Eternal Realm. So hitting all of those notes, we're starting with a mechanic around the threat. So what is the threat? The Malignant. We've been talking about it a lot. Where does the Malignant actually show up? That actually shows up throughout the entire game. When you're playing in the world of Sanctuary, anytime you encounter any elite monster, there's a chance that it will spawn as a malignant version of that monster. So that malignant version is going to have these growths on it and some additional power. After you kill it, a heart will actually appear, the exposed malignant heart that was causing this. If you then interact with that heart by using a Cage of Binding, it now starts a ritual where it's pulling all the malignants in and a new, even more powerful version of that elite is spawned.
Yep.
Why would you want this? How does this help you? Well, if you can manage to beat that even more powerful version where you see these other minions are now helping it, these other malignant creatures, now it drops the caged heart. You've actually put all of that malignant power into this cage that is an item that you can use that is kind of like a gem. It's like a gem in the sense that you can socket it into gear. It is very much not like a gem in the sense that it has an enormous amount of power. Think of a legendary item, the kind of power that's in there. It's like that, maybe even a little bit more than that. So you can take these malignant hearts.
This is like some WoW shit right here, bro.
And that gives you these kind of stupid new broken builds that are hopefully balanced, but they are extremely powerful. So these are new options of how you can play the game.
Yeah, so this is really, really cool, right? So
at least he admits it.
So there's 3 different types of color sockets, yes?
There's 3 different types of colored sockets, but there's 4 different types of malignant hearts.
Yes. Go on.
Well, okay, I guess I will. So the last malignant heart type is called basically a wrathful. It's an extremely powerful malignant heart type. They're very, very rare to find. They will fit in any colored socket as you go. And
if you're a WoW player, this is nothing. We know this shit already. We've been through about 5 versions of this kind of shit.
To probably have like 1 or 2 of these based on what you might actually need.
I'm down.
Build.
So if I'm looking for I have a unique ring, like you talked about, but I want the blue version. I could find a unique with the red socket, and I could find it with a yellow socket. So I'm looking for a blue. So there'll be multiple versions of the uniques as well, right?
That's correct. Yeah. So yeah, fun new stuff to look forward to.
Sounds like a lot of farming, boys.
We showed in the video.
Invokers are something that you can use a little bit further on. Once you finish the campaign of Season 1, you will unlock the ability to go and use these at a specific place called a Malignant Tunnel. So if you are trying to...
That's also the name of my colonoscopy.
Okay.
There we go. And
that's inappropriate,
It's a serious thing when you're over 50.
This is,
you should know
this
that.
is when
HR?
we-
Is there an HR person in the fucking room?
You should get yourself
Like-
checked out.
So in the world
Jesus
of Sanctuary,
Christ,
when we say
Rod.
Malignant Tunnel, we mean, hey, I'm a player and I
he
actually
high?
want to get more of these hearts, but it's just a random chance on elites out in the world. Where can I intentionally find more of them? There are these Malignant Tunnels. So there are actually places across the world where the Malignance is manifesting in these new dungeons. This is the moment where I can do the producer thing.
Yeah.
So
please.
you probably saw before on the screen when we looked at the cinematic, it was awesome. And at the end, we said July 20th. Oh my God, there it is, the day it's coming out. We are actually putting out the patch a little bit earlier. So just for awareness, so everyone knows, you're going to see your game patching on July 18th. That is all of the stuff coming to you that is going to turn on July 20th.
Balance changes, the new items.
Yeah. So July 18th is actually anything that shows up on the Eternal Realm is there right away. If you just want to continue playing the game as normal on your existing characters or a new Eternal character if you want, July 18th, the new legendaries and uniques that they were just talking about will be available to you on the Eternal Realm, as well as any other improvements, balance changes, rewards changes that we've made. Those will be there right away on July 18th. July 20th, the season turns on. You can now create seasonal characters.
I think it's like going back to managing expectations. I think one of the things we've been trying to be really clear about with Seasons is that it is not a continuation of the main campaign storyline. Like we've been trying to use phrases like it's a new quest line. Working with Corman to solve the Malignant is a big, is obviously the journey you're on, but it's not about the Anarius Lilith journey. It's not extending that story. It's sort of a side story inside the open world.
Yeah, it just takes place after the events of Diablo 4. But you're absolutely right. This is a new self-contained story within the season of the Malignant, which is great because it just gives us it affords us a lot of opportunities to tell an exciting story and to create these new big features to kind of go along with that and support it. So this is the battle pass introducing as part of season 1, and then going into here you'll see the season journey, and again. So the season journey is separated into 7 chapters, and these major chapters, and each of those chapters has a number of objectives inside each of them in order to allow you to progress that chapter.
And you don't have to do all of them?
You don't have to do all of them. You have to do a subset of them in order to advance to the next chapter. I think it's really cool. So, objective to objective, you're going to be earning
5, 6, and 7
favor drops, which can be used to fuel your battle pass, which we'll talk about a little bit more in a minute. Yeah. But you're also, for your chapter completion moments, you're getting big drops of that favor that's going to be used like an experience point value for your battle pass. But you're also going to be getting some item rewards, and importantly, you're going to be unlocking new legendary aspects, ones that you can't normally get through the Codex of Power, through dungeon completion, and also many of our new legendary aspects we're adding in the season. If you're playing in the seasonal realm, you can collect that for your Codex of Power by going to the season journey. So it's a great way for you to introduce yourself to some of these new things as you're kind of playing through.
It can be confusing to players initially that you go to this Battle Pass screen, you click on the season journey button. Do I have to buy the Battle Pass to get this? No. Everyone has access to the season journey. This is a base feature that everybody is engaging with. Actually, everybody has access to the Battle Pass too. You're engaging with, even if you never pay a cent, you are engaging with the Battle Pass. You're getting free stuff.
In the seasonal realm.
In the seasonal realm. Yes. Ron has always reminded me to say that. In the seasonal realm, this stuff exists. There is no season journey if you're not in the season. That's very important. It only exists there. There's no battle pass if you're not in the season.
Right. Yeah, that's absolutely correct.
Get fucking eternal realm simpletons.
That's essentially the way the season journey works. Those final objectives, those final chapters are really, really tough to complete. You can get some special cosmetics, special title and things towards the end of that.
Enjoy your new fucking legendaries.
So we're excited to see players engage with
Eternal
it.
Andes.
In future seasons.
And so we saw that the season journey grants you a lot of favor to go towards your battle pass, but you also earn favor just out in the world killing stuff.
That's right. And one of the things you can do to get ready for the season is to make sure you finish your campaign playthrough. Diablo 4, jump in. You can choose to skip campaign when you make your new seasonal character and dive right into the seasonal story and content immediately. One of the things that's really cool about a lot of the items in the battle pass, there are these really exciting armors to chase for the characters. There are fun new emotes to go chase for different classes, and we have even things like the like what we're showing off here, like the Artisan's Tunic. We have some things that are like these. And this is actually one of our free cosmetics. Actually, is this the things are a little bit lower fantasy that we can use to kind of role play different kind of themes out for your characters, just give you more options. We have our bigger stuff like this, this is the Awoken Cold Iron stuff is some of the real chase armor cosmetics exist at the end of the end of the battle pass.
It's one of the things that if you notice either the role playing armor like the Artisan tunic or the helmet, is that one of the big things about the battle pass is that unlike the shop, the battle pass, all the
tier
cosmetics
90
are
by the
class
way.
Agnostic. So we have a preview for all 5 classes, so you can see what it looks like on a barbarian, what it looks like on a druid, what it looks like on a necromancer, and those sorts of things. And that's one of the nice things about the battle pass is everything you're earning on the battle pass, class agnostic.
So the free person's experience, if you never want to pay a cent, you are still getting a lot of power out of the season journey and the free aspect, the free unlocks on the battle pass. So this is kind of an increase in power for everybody. And then if you want to spend money, just reinforcing that, that's unlocking more cosmetics. And don't get me wrong, they're amazing cosmetics. I am planning to pay to unlock them myself. But there's no power that comes from them. They are transmogs. They are not actual items. It's just a transmog you can place on your armor to look cool.
I bet he has to say this 1,000 times so that Redditors don't lose their fucking minds.
It's just reinforcing what we had talked about before, even before launch and so forth, is that the battle pass itself, anything that if you do pay for a battle pass, all the paid items are going to be cosmetics and for you. It's no pay for power.
When Season 1 goes live, players are going to be able to go basically carry over all of the fog of war that they've cleared. So everything, all the world they've explored on their characters in each of the zones, like in the Fractured Peaks and Scotsland and such. All of that's going to carry over, as well as all of the renown. We know that there's opportunities to extend things like add more endgame features. We know that there's more content that we want to add to the game in general that like everybody's going to need forever, and we're going to be looking at those opportunities as we go.
I like it when the season's reset and it's a whole new thing.
We don't want to have something of that size in season 1, then add something of similar size in season 2, and then season 3 and season 4, because the game's going to get very extremely dense and difficult for players to really navigate. We want to be able to like take these things away, introduce new ideas, but having known what worked really well.
Just say it, bro. We don't want to do the shit that PoE does.
We get to take all of those.
It's okay to say it. Embrace it, bro.
It's also part of the cool factor of the season is that when you're going in, these Malignant Hearts, it's there for the season.
On Immortal, we have. Was there some sort of Castlevania inspiration with the Blood Knight? Looking very similar to some popular characters from that franchise. Very pretty. Like vampire-ish people, but not vampires.
I think we discovered Adam's kink, by the way.
We can turn off Rod's mic now, so that's all we need to do. But yeah,
man.
Was there any inspiration kind of thrown with the Blood Knight?
The spear thing puts
Rod can't
us
be
in
saying
mind
this kind of shit,
of
bro. Like,
Vlad the Impaler. The aesthetic you've already talked
Rod's
about.
going right to the
potential
HR
references,
office
but
after
I think
this
for us
interview.
is much like what we take out. A lot of
Rod is like the
familiar
Michael
that we're
Scott of the
channeling,
Diablo
but there's
team,
also
bro.
like
Like
a very
100%.
dialed-in identity for the class.
Awesome.
We just need to see Todd Packer show up now, and it'll be just a great show. I don't know. I'm excited. Seems like a lot of grinding though, right? But I mean, I think it's kind of cool because it kind of reminds me of like the only season I played for PoE, right? Which was like Crucible. I was able to get right into the seasonal shit, right in the beginning of Crucible. Like level fucking 10, I was already upgrading stupid like early weapons. So at least like you can skip the campaign, start a new season, start leveling, and already just experience this shit, which is the best part about any season is being able to experience the fucking seasonal mechanic super early as whatever level this is. I'm super hyped. I mean, I'm hyped as fuck. Like I can't wait. Like I said, to me, that's the beauty of a new season. Start fresh with a new mechanic, enjoy the new seasonal mechanic. It kind of changes things a bit, and then you go and you do your end game content. It feels like there's going to be another Uber boss though, right? Because they did talk about, because don't forget, there's an actual storyline with this season with quests and probably cutscenes and new characters and shit. So that's really cool. So I'm assuming there's going to be maybe like a new Uber boss or something.